Hello? Okay. Test, test, test on YouTube. Okay. And Twitch. Test, test, test. Twitch. Okay. Good God. Hang on. If I go to YouTube, I think I have to update this again. Yeah, computer took a dump. Hang on. Is it? Oh, we have the same settings? Oh, it does. Okay. This can get undone. That might happen again. Because I think it's the power supply that I need to change out, so literally as I was talking about that, so that is probably what happened. Customization. No, no, okay. Monetization is not every 12 minutes. No, no, no. Okay. Do pop out. Pop out chat. There we go, jeez. Okay. Do this into stream VODs. Yeah, it might happen again, like I said, just because the power supply needs to get swapped out. That was something that said might happen. So, let's hope it isn't too reoccurring. I got 30 minutes in, that was not bad, I guess. Trial of Valor. Left. Camera, done, okay. So where was I? So yeah, put in, so I wanted, that's my cue. I wanted to put in the or the, what's it called? AIO. So I went to go test if I could put it in inside the case. I'm pretty sure, I was like, I'm pretty sure I can't, but let's just see. And so I don't know how I was checking it before, but the way I had it, it was like hanging over the RAM. So I wouldn't have been able to put it in. I was like, okay, well, this is not good. Again, I don't know how I did that because it's that way now, so it's fine. But it's like, okay, so let me disconnect all the cables or all the fans, which are daisy chained together. Remember how I need to put them back, and then I will top mount the radiator and then put the fans in on the bottom. Smart. So I go to do that, except I remembered from the first time I set up an AIO and the second time I set up an AIO that this case sucks for top mounting because the screws just don't line up. The cutouts that they have do not line up no matter how you do it. So the radiator has like 10 screws. At any given point, only 5 of them are showing. Okay. So eventually I started looking into like, I got my drill out. I was like, I don't think I have any like metal things to drill through, but let's just see if I can drill. Can't drill a hole. Cool. So I was getting frustrated, started looking into some new cases, and I was like, there has to be a way I can get this to work. So I ended up trying again, just mounting it, seeing if I could mount it inside the case, but further across. I don't know why I didn't try that the first time, but further across. And that worked. Perfectly aligns everything. And somehow that was fitting. And I was like, okay, cool. So I mounted that. And then I had to go now reconnect my fans. And I don't know why I thought this would happen, why I thought I was gonna be smart enough to remember this, but like I can hardly remember like sentences when I'm in the middle of them, let alone how daisy chain stuff works. So each fan has 3 cables. It has, I think it was 2 males and 1 female. But for some reason, and like, so I could figure out like obviously where things went, but like I didn't understand how it all tied in together because there was like at the end of it there was still like 3 cables that were not plugged in. And I was like, okay, well, which cable goes into like the main thing. There's also a cable coming out of the thing that sits on the CPU. Don't know where that plugs in. Don't remember that being plugged in anywhere. And then friggin' went to, there was another thing that I just couldn't figure out. I was like, okay. So it took me a while. I had to watch like 4 different people set this thing up so I could figure out how, like, they had daisy chained all that stuff. But finally figured it out. And it was just the main thing was just connecting, like, from figuring out how to connect like the end of the daisy chain, I guess, to the rest of the thing. So that alone took like 2 hours. It was so annoying. And also because it's just mounting a radiator and also the fans with one person just sucked. So that was annoying. But I finally got that connected. And then this whole thing, which I'm kind of skipping over a lot of stuff, is like a whole thing was like I would do one thing, do another thing, and then realize, oh, I have to do something else. I have to undo the first thing, do the second thing. So to undo the first thing so I can do the second thing, I'd go into the third thing and realize, oh, I have to undo the first 2 things so I can do the third thing. So I'd undo the first 2 things so I can do the third thing, and then redo the first 2 things. And I go to the fourth thing and realize, oh, I have to undo the first 3 things. There's a lot of that. It was really pissing me off. But finally got it all together, got the radiator and all that stuff in, and then connected all the, like, at that point, the graphics card went in fine. Connecting all the cables wasn't that bad. Just had to look. And actually, I was looking at the wrong manual. I don't know how. Like, that's my cue. I looked up the manual for the motherboard, so I knew which, specifically which, like, the front I/O stuff to plug in. Plugged it in fine, but it's the manual I was looking at is not the one for my motherboard. Somehow, I guess I didn't notice that when I found it. So I should probably double check that. Actually, now I think about it, but it should be fine. But got that working, and then I go to turn on my computer, and everything turned on, almost. Except everything seemed to be turning on, except for the AIO. The fans weren't spinning. There was no RGB. I was like, okay, that's not good. I managed to get into BIOS, make sure, okay, I can see all the drives. I can see the processor. I can see the RAM. It's not at the right speed, but it's there. Shut it down, and then I started looking, okay, how do I, what do I have to do here? So there's two things I did wrong. I had to, or 2 things I needed to check. One of them was one of the cables was in the wrong spot, so I had to swap where those cables were. The other thing is that the main controller that goes in the fan header on the motherboard, the motherboard portion of it was right, but the part going into the CPU pump was, had, I guess, come undone when I clipped the actual fan thing in. So that was nice. I just reconnected that, and then I turned it on again. All the lights, all the fans. Awesome. Cool. Got into BIOS, immediately did a BIOS update, and that made it so my RAM was working at the right speeds, which was awesome. Cool. Glad that works. And then installed Windows on the old drive that I had, the 1 terabyte. Got in, started playing around with that, and then yesterday? No, on Monday is when I started working on Linux. So I got CachyOS installed, started going through everything, which was nice because at this point it was like I kind of know what I'm doing. I had my laptop beside me just in case I wanted to like run some commands to see how it works first. Didn't end up using it. It was nice. Everything got up and running. For the most part, I think there's still a couple things I need to do. But everything is working as I would expect it to. Yeah, no major issues, which is nice outside of, you know, the thing we just had there. But again, I think that's power related. We'll see, hopefully. And yeah. And so then yesterday I forgot I had to still make the thumbnail for the November video, so I very quickly got that together. It's kind of a lazy thumbnail, but I was like, just need something. And then yesterday I also worked on OBS, so I had a couple of, I think just one test stream where I was just seeing how things looked. Overall, OBS is fine. On Linux, it's just a little bit different. So basically, it doesn't have game capture. So I'm just screen capturing. As you can see my desktop, which I don't like screen capture because I'm always afraid of like doxing myself. So hopefully I don't do that. The other thing too is that like, which you can't really see now, but like I have to go into, you can't see it, but this is like a full screen option. For some reason, when WoW launches, it has the taskbar open. So I have to go into full screen and make it full screen, and then it goes away and just works just fine. OBS, also the RTMP thing, which lets me stream to both YouTube and Twitch. That's like half baked on Linux, so I can only like set up where I'm streaming. I can't do like I can't schedule stuff like I used to, or like set the name of the YouTube stream anymore. I have to go do that after I've gone live, which isn't that bad. It's just a little tedious. The vertical plugin that I used, I didn't spend that much time looking into it, but I couldn't get that working. Sure. I don't know if that is just not supported or what, but I have to look into that. My external hard drive, it's still NTFS formatted, so Fallen Avatar. Where am I going? What's my other infinite research? Where's my third one? Or no. Metas. 200 enemies. Gul'dan, that's the other one. Okay. Fallen, sure. Let's just do this one, I guess, first. So yeah, my external drive is still NTFS formatted, which works on Linux. It's just for some reason yesterday it started having issues where it just wouldn't mount. So I started looking into it. I guess I have to. It's recommended that I format it to like exFAT, I guess, because that works for both Windows and Linux. Because otherwise, it's for some reason it keeps thinking that's my cue. Keeps thinking that what's called like the dirty bit or whatever it's called. It keeps thinking that it's in use or whatever. So they like fix that, quote unquote, which I'm not actually fixing. Which Gemini said I should just go into Windows, turn off fast startup, I think it's called, remove the drive safely that way, shut down, and then it should be fine on Linux. But still, not don't like the idea of my my main external hard drive with all my stuff on it just potentially corrupting itself. That would suck. So we'll hopefully get to that. I don't even know when. The scary part too is just like, because usually when I back up to my other drive, I'm like, I'll delete one folder, copy it over, delete another folder, copy it over. So that way it's like it's incrementally backing things up. So if something were to break, I'm not losing everything all at once. Whereas if I do like a format, I have to like copy everything to one drive and then just hope that that one drive doesn't corrupt or break. Which actually that drive too, now I think about it, is also NTFS. So I mean, that could also cause problems. Just fun, you know? It's just fun. So, still have that to work on, but yeah. What's up, Porktown? What's up, Darth? How you doing? How you been? Just missed my whole spiel. I might crash because I don't have the right power supply plugged in, but if I do, I'll just restart the stream. But just missed my whole spiel about my computer and Linux. Other than that, everything is up and running for the most part. I still have to launch my playlist, get that working. But I've been using it the last couple days for work. Casual stuff. I've played no other games except for WoW, which actually I'm pretty sure I can upgrade my... Which maybe I shouldn't do it now, but... I should upgrade my graphic settings, see how far I can take this. Because right now I'm pretty sure they're still on low. Game... Graphics... Yeah, they're not... We'll see. I'll crank it up to ultra, see how it looks, and then... But I'll do that when I have my actual power supply in, so I can handle it. Just got back from the ER, popped a ligament in my foot. How'd you do that? Also, nice thing with Linux too is it has like widgets, which if you don't remember like the widgets from Windows 7. And so I have system monitor widgets, so I can see my CPU, my GPU, my RAM usage and temperature, or my RAM usage, I guess, not temperature, and then my M2 temperatures. So I can see my CPU max temperature, its total usage, GPU temperature, usage, fan speed, frequency. Power's not showing for some reason, and the amount of memory used on it. So I know Windows also has like hardware info and stuff, but this is just like baked into the system, which is nice. Just have to install the sensors thing. Yeah. It's nice. It feels good. Nice like turning on my computer and knowing I'm not being spied on. No idea how I heard it originally, but was out walking yesterday and heard a legit pop. I don't love that. It's kind of gross. So is it like, do you have like crutches, or can you walk on it, but just like don't put pressure on it? What's the recovery time on that? Actually, what I still have to do, because I took out the 4 TB hard drive, I want to put that in my media computer. So I still have to fiddle around with that, so we'll see. Still a lot to do, I guess. But the main part of it is over. Getting Cache installed and getting everything up and running. I have to update my Twitch stuff too, because that's got all the wrong info, but yeah, all the new hardware is in and seemingly working. I do want to find like a nice, cool new game to play. I can kind of put everything to the test. See what it looks like graphically. But yeah, very exciting. And it was nice too, because a lot of my settings for stuff I could just import, like my WoW add-ons, literally copy and paste into my copy paste the cache interface WTF folder. CurseForge is natively available on Linux, so I just told it this is my WoW folder. Found all my add-ons. Pretty sure, which happened on Windows too. I'm pretty sure there's a couple that are missing, so I have to go through those and just make sure they're re-added. But that works. So everything is as I always have it. My GIMP settings, I was able to export those from Windows, import them just fine. My Kden Live. OBS, my scenes imported, but they had, everything was like linking to Windows or like game capture, for example, which doesn't exist on OBS in Linux. So it just wasn't working. So I was like, I'm just going to restart from fresh. Fortunately, I also had the foresight to take screenshots of all my settings, because I don't know if I don't think those transferred in. I was able to get all those. Plus, there's some settings that are different now because I don't use NVIDIA, so I had to figure out what the best alternatives were for there. But everything seems fine, I think. The test I did, and Marcel was saying it looked better, so. I just have a sick limp, probably a few weeks if people leave me alone. Was in and out of ER under 3 hours. Wow, that's unheard of. Well, hopefully you're able to take it a little easy and it doesn't cause you too much pain. Does it hurt? Or is it just like uncomfortable? Yeah, this is the first time I played WoW since Saturday morning. Outside of flying around Dornegal to see what FPS looked like and stuff. So 3 hours and no bills because I'm Canadian. Nice. And yeah, it hurts like hell. Damn, that sucks. Did they give you any pills for it, or YOLOing it, or how's that going? Dude, how hard are you walking that you popped something in your foot? The hell? My god. Oops. And then I've got my car. Which actually, I wonder if he hasn't. Okay. Yeah, I got my car in today for some general maintenance, just making sure my oil's changed. I'm getting my. I got my rear brakes serviced in the spring, so I think there was something wrong with them. So I wish I'd done the front at the same time. So they're just doing the front now, and then I'll eventually, next time I do it, I'll just do both. They're gonna change out some fluids for me. Yeah, hopefully and they're gonna change out the drive belts and run like a dream. Just in time for the winter. I got rust sprayed on last Thursday, which was nice. It was had a nice like cherry smell to it too. I really loved the way it smelled after I got in the car. I was like, damn, that was cool. So doing that, and then I asked them about transmission fluid change. I don't know if I talked about this last time I had streamed, but transmission fluid changes, I guess, whenever I looked into it online, people were just like, bro, this is like a scary thing to do for your car. Specifically, like, depending on how often you've done it already, depending on how many kilometers or miles you have on it, depending on how many, what color of the liquid it is, whether you're doing a drain and fill or a flush, which people are saying, do not do a flush. That's kind of consensus I got there. So I was just so nervous about it. And like the last like 3 weeks I've been driving with no music playing or anything like that, just listening to my car, and also just like trying to pay attention to how it shifts to see if there's any like issues, which I'm like, today when I was driving to the shop, I was like, I mean, I guess it's not like super bad. It's like there's like a little bit of a little bump, I guess, when it shifts, but like sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. So I think it's fine. I think it should be fine. Plus, like my car, like it's in that range of when I should be changing it, so everything's fine. I'm just so nervous about that. But yeah, I was asking them about that. Like, yeah, so if we did that, we do a drain and flush. I was like, no, 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 no. They tried to talk me into it, trying to convince me, trying to like, yeah, no, we've done it for 20 years, never had any issues, and totally normal. And the stuff you're seeing, people are just kind of exaggerating, or like they're not doing it right. And I'm like, well, I mean, everyone online is not doing it right. Not a single person has ever done a flush right who has issues. Like, I feel like the consensus. And I was like, what's the concern that you're having? I'm like, well, people are saying that when like you flush it, it kind of blows gunk or whatever. Or dislodges gunk or whatever, kind of puts stuff into gears or into the engine. They're like, no, doesn't happen. Okay. I feel like that's wrong, but okay. So I was like, just go ahead with the other stuff. I don't want to do a transmission fluid change with you guys. I called another shop and they gave me a quote, so I'll probably and they do a drain and fill, which I was like, thank you. So I'll probably see what the dealio is here with these guys, and then book another appointment there. But it'd just be nice to kind of have some general maintenance done on the car, and that way I'm trying to keep it forever. Like the loaner that they gave me has like it's a 2008 Honda Civic, and it has like 286,000 kilometers on it. And I'm like, bro, if that car has 200,000 more kilometers than my car currently has on it, and I don't drive a lot. I drive once a week to go to the grocery store, 10 minutes away, and I drive once a month to go see my parents and stuff, which is like a 2-hour round trip. So, I mean, I should drive my car more, just at least for the battery's sake, but I do not. Because one thing too, he's like, he was talking to me about the engine coolant that he wanted to that I wanted to have changed, and he's like, or checked first. He's like, we can check it, and then like we do a flush to clean it. I was like, well, I hear flush, I sort of get the concern, so let me like look into that. Which an engine coolant flush is normal, so I was like, okay. Later on, I told him to go ahead with that. But what was the point of that story? Hold on, engine coolant flush. He was telling me about that. Oh my god, where was I going with that story? Why are we all here? I'll just pets. I don't know where I was going with that story. This YOLO, I'm a big dude with feet problems. They asked me about the thing floating between your big and second toe on the X-ray, and I was like, this is news to me. That's always fun to hear. Just have a random thing floating in your foot that you never felt or knew about. It's nice to find out, I guess. I don't know where I was going with that whole story, but the engine coolant stuff. But yeah, it'd just be nice to have that all looked at. But yeah, wait, no. I was talking about the, hold on, talking about the Honda they gave me for a loaner. I don't drive a lot. Yeah, I don't know. But basically I'm just trying to make it so that my car gets to that point. Because if I get another 200,000 kilometers on this, at least, that'll be another, honestly, that might be like the rest of my life. Like, I think between all the cars I've ever had, I don't think I've ever driven 100,000 kilometers even, like, or miles or whatever it is. Like, it's a lot. Oh god. See, I got this car in like 10 years ago now. And it had like 20k miles on it. Oh, okay. And it's only up to 86 now. So in 10 years, I've driven 66 miles, 66k on it. So, I mean, another 200k on it. Let's just say, so 60, 80, 120. So 60, 120, 180. Like 30 plus years. Yeah, that's a large portion. If, you know, knock on wood, cross my toes and all that stuff if everything goes well, but yeah, not bad. 15 minutes versus how many minutes? Doesn't say. Cool. So I'd really like to make it last as long as possible. Well, just in general, I've always been interested in cars. I just don't know a lot about them, so I've just been learning a little bit more about them more and more. So as I learn more, I'm trying to like make sure I'm putting the proper maintenance, and ideally one day I'd like to do all this stuff myself, but let's see. Where am I going next? Probably Nightholds is my guess. Please have a Nighthold one. Of course you don't have a Nighthold one. General training, that should be fine, sure. To the Nightholds, here we go. I've also only been doing Mythic for the last bit. No summons auto invite. Ooh, okay, I'm on my way, bro. That's me. That's my cue. So, but I was also thinking, like, whenever I do end up getting a new car, I think I'm gonna have to get something that's electric. I just want to get something that doesn't have like AI or smart features in it. I just need something that is just battery powered. I haven't looked into these cars at all, but I feel like they have less fluids you have to worry about. So I think in the long run, spending less money on fluid changes and stuff like that would be beneficial. Sailor Jupiter. But yeah, there's... So that's a lot of money I've spent the last little bit. Right around Christmas, which is fantastic. Which I also have to do some more Christmas shopping. Gotta figure that out. Why am I in... Okay. Yeah, I think... I mean, if I'm getting the... If I've got my computer now, you know, barring any sort of major issues that would make it so that I need to spend money elsewhere. Again, knock on wood, cross my fingers and my toes. I think next year I'll probably swap out my tires, get some new tires, because these ones I've had for a long time and they're a little yikes. So, swap those out, get some new ones. I think my winters are still good. Might just actually buy rims for my winters though, because I don't have rims on them, and just getting them, like getting winter tires put on is just, I don't do it because it's so annoying. Except like it's just not like a simple tire swap. So might do that. Yeah, I think that's where I'm focused on now. I've got a whole spreadsheet now of like cart maintenance. Excuse me. So, which is funny, I started making this spreadsheet right like 2 weeks after I threw out all of my old receipts from from when I got my car, from all the oil changes I've done over the years, any sort of services I've done, scrapped all that literally 2 weeks ago. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Would have been nice to have a history of when my oil changes were done, but or like when the last time I changed my windshield wipers, which those I have to get. I think I'm gonna go through the winter, and then once the winter's over in the spring, I'll swap those out. Not too bad. It's just like the middle has like a little streak on it that's kind of annoying. And I figure in the winter with the ice and all that, they'll just get ripped up even more, and I don't want to put new ones and just have them be blown up by the time spring comes around, so. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a spreadsheet of like all the stuff I've done when it was done. I'd like to keep track of how many kilometers / miles I was at, and then how much it costs, so I can kind of gauge whether or not it's worth finding another mechanic and or seeing kind of the prices change over time. And then yeah, it has also like when I should do it. So like for example, like it's oil change every 6 months because I don't drive a lot, and which I thought would be like if you don't drive a lot, not to do oil changes very much. But I guess speaking to Gemini, it's like you fall under like the high, I don't know, I think they call it high risk, but it's like the fuel doesn't. I forget what it said. Basically, like the fuel doesn't do what it's supposed to do often enough. So I need to. It's recommended I change it up more often. Like, all right. But then like, checking the battery or, I guess check the battery every, fuel thing, but like, I think the recommendation from Gemini or like all this stuff online was like, change out your battery every 3 to 5 years if it's, starting to crap out, or your spark plugs every 10 years or something like that. I was like, all right. I'll keep an eye on that. And I just, whenever I do my oil change I figure I'll just do it in the spring and the winter, kind of like right around the time the warm weather comes in. So it's nice for the summer, and then again in the winter, so everything is nice and good for the winter. I'll just start combining services together. I definitely think the brake service will be a winter thing though, like a fall maintenance thing. I mean, it's nice, obviously nice having brakes to work all year round, but specifically in the winter when it's icy and having good working brakes is a little bit more important. So do that. Yeah. Yeah, I found the guy on YouTube. What's he called? Steven, the car guy. I don't know. Older dude, he's been a mechanic for like 50 years. Very expressive with his hands. Very passionate about cars and stuff, and he has a lot of great videos, so. Been watching a lot of his stuff, which has been fun. Let the brakes wait until they fail. Yeah, the emergency brake for a reason. True. 100 IQ right there. Or I guess 1,000 IQ. I guess 100 IQ is kind of stupid, isn't it? 1,000 IQ is what I meant to say. I'd love to be able to like... Oh, it's not Yanni time, sorry. I'd love to be able to like change my own oil. Change my own, my own tires. Like, that'd be nice to do. I specifically need rims for my winters though to be able to do that. Because I don't have the thing to take off the tires off the rims. And then... Did I change out any of the other fluids? Which also, actually, that reminds me, I freaking put in fuel injection cleaner into my car last weekend, I think it was. I don't know what it was. I think it was last weekend. Put it into that, and dude, I feel like it's immediate. It was so immediate, the friggin' change, because usually, like, if I were to fill up where I filled up my gas and then drove home from my parents, by the time I got home, I'd probably have, like, one less bar of gas. I got home, and over the next, like, 3 days or whatever it was, when I was, like, driving, I think, 30-minute round trip to the computer stores, like, groceries, all that stuff. Also, this week on groceries, I took, like, an extra, like, 10 minutes up the road to go through a roundabout, come back, just so I had more time with my car on. Did all that. And just yesterday, my friggin' gas tank finally went down 1 bar. I was like, dude, that is unheard of. I've never, like, it's been so long. Like, when I got my car, that's how good the gas mileage was. So, very happy about that. Yeah, won't eat junk food because he wants to live forever, but he refuses brakes. I don't refuse, it's just tedious. Oil change the tires are easy. K! Well, I'll learn them. It was on Wednesday last week. Was it? Oh, it was. You're right. That's what it was, because I had the day off. You're right. So yeah, like, you know, it took me a week to do that. Whereas, again, the amount of driving that I did, that same amount of driving, I probably would have been down 2.5 bars by now. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just placeboing this, but I swear it's changed. So, love that. Taking a look at my usage here real quick. So on this fight, like 80%. Oh, it jumped to 90% there for usage. But I mean, temperature for the GPU is 54 degrees, which is hilarious considering my 3070 Ti on Windows was at like 70 degrees. My processor's at 52 degrees, 20-ish% usage, which was it? Oh. I don't remember what it was at with Windows. You need to tune up your... I'm doing that right now. I was just saying, it's at the shop right now. Waiting for them to call. I don't think they're gonna be done by the end of the day, so whatever. But yeah, I'm getting all my oils changed, getting all that stuff done. It's gonna be nice. And need add boost to the... I just said, that's what I have. I just did that. That's what I was talking about. I added that to the gas tank last Wednesday, and I got like insane gas mileage out of it. So, I'm gonna do that every 6 months probably, I guess. Because I guess what I was reading is that like, something to do with when you do that, it like slightly contaminates your oil. So there's people were saying to do that, to do the fuel injection cleaner in your gas before you do an oil change. So I'll probably do like a month before I do my oil changes. You should do that every oil change. I'm gonna now. And that's the plan moving forward, is before every oil change I'll do that. I think, okay, I'm just gonna go to Spellblade. Very exciting. A lot of things keeping me busy these days. There we go. Night Spire, please. Could be same day you change oil. See, I heard not to do that though. People were saying the way it like gets into like slightly contaminates your oil. It's better to do it before, so that way when you get oil, they're taking away the contaminated oil and putting in new oil. So I don't know. I'll just do it a month before. It's not that big of a deal. It takes me like a month to friggin' drain my gas tank anyway. Also, I don't know if you can see it. You can see this. So on Akashi, when I wiggle my mouse, it gets bigger. How big does it get, I wonder? Oh my god, it's still getting bigger. So it's nice. And Windows, I'm like, where is my mouse? 3 monitors, can't see it. Where is it? Now I just wiggle, 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 bounce. Yes, but also you don't. But also don't over. Yeah, no, I think twice a year should be fine from what I read. Even once a year should be fine, but actually, I don't know. I bought the 2-pack, so I'll do it again in the spring and see how it goes. Am I going all holistic medicine on this car? Exactly. Exactly, man. Put in friggin' all the oils and essential oils, man, and lubricate everything, man. This way, Orbis clean your carburetor. What do you mean, oil cleans your carburetor? I don't know. Everything but himself. Computer and car gets a nice upgrade. Yeah, so? What else is there to upgrade? That's all the stuff that matters. I'm gonna start burning sage to fix the trans issue. I'll just leave a scented candle on in the car. That way every time I come into it, it's gonna have like all the healing properties soaked into the fabrics. I don't know what Orbis is. GPU is 100%? Okay. That scared me. I don't know. I might crash on this fight. GPU usage went to 100% on that transition for some reason. Good God. I really need to put that new power supply in. 86. Let's see. 9300. Okay. Oh, this is scary. 1,000 RPM on the fans. Oh god, please chill. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Phew. Replace the brake pads with crystals. True. We get I think Marissa's good at knowing what crystals do what. So ask her for stuff. As long as it's a good scent, of course it is. It's lemon. That's the only scent there is. Oh god. Speaking, I should think I haven't turned on a candle in this place in forever. Should I do that one day? Someday, somehow, 87%. All right, we're chilling. Yeah, having 100 FPS, like 100, whatever this is, 140, I guess, FPS here. It's kind of funny. I think I'll see with the videos of what I was doing on Windows, or my old computer. So I know when Constreams upgraded his computer, he went from like, I don't know, he was doing like mythic rating, he was getting like 60 FPS. I was like, on full, everything high. I'm like, what? So, I don't think I'll get that at this, but we'll see. I think after streaming out the day, oh my god, it's only 420? Nice. Wow. That flies. Time doesn't fly, actually. It's friggin' so early still. But yeah, I think after stream, I'm going to eat and then put in the new power supply, which hopefully won't take that long. It shouldn't. It's just the cable management is going to take the longest. It's kind of annoying. So, figure that out. And then, yeah. Which I wonder. See, I'm kind of confused now because well, was on Windows. I was doing like 3D Mark testing. Did some CPU tests as well. And like my graphics card got up to 100% usage. And it was fine, so I'm not sure what that crash was. Unless it was just... Ugh. Well, no, that was a display driver, and I was on the... I know other people have the same thing where WoW just randomly... your whole desktop randomly freezes and stuff. I had the same thing on Windows, so I'm curious what that is. I don't know. Have I done... Nighthold? I have... Kill a world boss? No, don't think I will. Don't want to do that. Emerald Nightmare, yeah. Nightmare. Both Wardens, no. Don't think I will. Tormented, yeah, I want this one. And... I don't really like the world boss one. I mean, I can, but it's annoying. Sure, I guess. Heroic. Complete 2 quests? Ah, you're cringe. Light Runner, that's what I have now? No. Alright, well, I just have to do a heroic dungeon after this, it's fine. What are we eating today? It is the leftovers from yesterday, which was... It was supposed to be a stew, but I let it simmer for a little bit longer, and now it's more of a chili. But it's like beef and pork mix, sweet potatoes, peppers, something else. I hooked up my new motherboard and power supply in like 25 minutes, and I don't have crystals in stage with me, so you should be fine. It's not the hookup's not the issue; it's just the power or the cable management. So I always get. It's always I'm not good at it, so it always just takes me a minute to like figure out what's the best way to do it, and then like I don't even I have to check myself the zip ties and stuff, but it's just annoying. It'll also be nice too because my graphics card right now it has 3 8-pin connectors to it, so that'll be 2 less cables to manage, which will be nice. So very much looking forward to that. Do you have GUI for what? Fine, everyone chill. That was mine too, chill. Someday. I think we're good. Where am I going? Am I in the right spot? I am. Yeah, of course I have a graphics card. I wouldn't be able to play this game without a graphics card. Oh god, the freezing there. Just don't trip me up like that. I get like blue screen simulator flashbacks where suddenly like my computer freezes and I'm like, oh no. We should be fine though. I am excited to see though how much I can crank the graphics. I'm probably just gonna go on once I get the new power supply in, probably just gonna go just put everything on ultra, jump into LFR or something, and see how bad it is or good. Turn on OBS recording as well, see how that works, and then yeah. Actually, while we're on this, this is the new power supply I got. It's the only thing I don't have boxed yet because I haven't unboxed it, but this is it here. The Vertex Seasonic GX 1000 watts. And it's got the that's that a 16-pin connector I was talking about, or is it? I can't tell. That thing there. Yeah. So the 16-pin 80 plus gold, all that stuff. That's what it looks like. But it's just pretty much the same as my other one. So yeah, fully modular. What does that say? Oh, they killed Nathendra? Nice. Wasn't paying attention. Bottom left. What does that say? Hybrid mode. Oh, so I guess hybrid mode is like, it can run fanless, which I kind of want to mess with, because, also, actually, really quick while I have this here, check this out. Right on the box, because they're not ashamed to admit it. Look at this. Here, let me full screen this. 12-year warranty. Where is that? Right there. 12 years warranty. That's insane. No company does that. So, Seasonic all the way for power supplies. But, what was I saying? I was talking about power supplies. I was talking about, I don't remember. His graphics cards light up and they are super cool, I think. No, not these ones. Or this one, rather. The one I had lights on it, but this one is has no lights, which is weird. Like, all of the AMD cards had no lights on them. I was like, what the, why is this a NVIDIA thing? So should work with overheat. It's not overheating that I have an issue with. The heat is fine. It's only, everything heat-wise is fine. It's just the it's specifically the power cable on the graphics card that is, I guess, different. Because the old one just used 2 8-pin connectors, whereas this one has a singular 16-pin connector, which is, I don't know, does stuff. Where you bought that? Off Newegg. I wanted to get it from one of the local stores, but they didn't have any, so I just went to newegg.com and bought it there. Which I forgot I even had an account there, so. Update all my settings on that, because I had my real name, of course it did. Yeah, they had a sale going on. Like I said, I was gonna get the platinum instead of gold, but it was like $150 more. It's like, guys, no. You can't even see anything in here. There you go. It's me and my big face. Someday, somehow, we're gonna make it alright, boy, alright. Oh yeah, and the friggin', I forgot to mention. So the AIO that I have, the thing that sticks onto the CPU, it has what looks like a fan on it, but it's not. That is not. The fan is behind that. So I thought, so I turn everything on, when I turn my computer on, you know, the radiator fans are going, the lights are all on, but this thing is not spinning. I'm like, that's not good. And then I looked into it and I was like, oh, okay, so that's by design. I watched like a YouTube video and they explained, or they showed the fan behind it, and I was like, oh my god, thank you. So when I turned it on, I saw behind the thing that I have, the fan. Actually, probably can show you a picture of it too. See if I do Arctic Liquid Freezer Pro 3 RGB. Where are we going? Images. Yeah. This here, you see that? So this, you see this thing that looks like a fan? That doesn't spin. The fan is behind this. And I was just like, this is not good. Why is it not working? CPU fan should always run. The fan is working. It's just what I thought was the fan was not the fan, but the fan works. Yeah, I need more lights in here, man. If my graphics card had lights, it'd be perfect. I don't know. I guess I could probably look into, because this motherboard now has the ability to have, I think it has like a separate RGB thing that I can plug in, so I probably can get like an LED strip for it. Huh. Some RGB cable. If it hit RGB cables, could you imagine? Oh my god, that'd be amazing. I would buy so many of those. I wonder if I should get an LED strip now that I think about it. I'll have to double check. Actually, no. It's a couple things I have to remember to do, because I think I plugged my front I/O into the wrong USB header, so it's only 2.0 speeds, not 3.0, so I have to change that. mean, having an LED strip in here would be sick. And that would kind of make up for my graphics card not having one. Maybe. I'd have RGB everything if I could. If my hard drives could have RGB, I would have it. My M2s have a light on it. It's like a pulsing red light, which is kind of deceiving because you think, uh-oh, red, but it's just, that tells you it's on. So I had a little bit of light on it. And I'm like, ooh, I wonder, oh man, now I'm thinking. RGB toilet seat, when they have those. They have the RGB toilet seats and like the light, like for the underneath of the bowl. And the only reason I know that is I actually looked into it. I was just looking into RGB stuff. I was like, huh, this could be fun. I was like, stop. They have RGB chairs. Crazy. I'm thinking, I wonder, because my front fans are blue. Which I don't mind, but might not be the worst thing to replace. I don't know. Check some cable store like Radio Shack? Are you saying Radio Shack? They don't have those anymore. They also don't have RGB cable. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. But my back fan, it's just like a regular fan. I wonder if I could just turn that into an RGB one. See, the only downside of getting a Seasonic power supply is they don't have RGB on it, because I think like EVGA and Corsair make RGB power supplies. Oh man. Yeah. I definitely gotta add more lights to this thing. I love RGB. I know some people hate it, think it's tacky or whatever, but I love it. And the thing is, I don't want them all synced up. I hate the way that it looks like when like all the lights are the exact same at the exact same time. I hate that. I want different colors all over the place, dude. Give me the rainbow 16 times over. Oh my god, so many. $870 said, ooh, we're getting close to 1,000. Nice. Maybe Amazon? I don't think RGB lights or cables exist. 22-inch RGB spinner rims for your PC. And kind of what fans are, right? Spinner rims. Boom. Close that. Don't need that anymore. You good? Still good? Cool. Yeah, I might look into that after stream. I mean, if I'm already here, why not? Why not? How much percent am I at for this? Also, 355. Ooh. Whatever happened to spinner rims? They were all that when I was going to say, yeah, I remember spinner rims being huge. I think I saw my first ever set of spinner rims in real life. I think like sometime within the last 5 years. And actually, I remember this too. The funny thing is that they weren't even on like some pimped out ride. They were on a minivan. I remember that now. They were spinning rims on a minivan. I did like a quadruple take. Just what? Oh my god, it was so funny. It was like a 2004 Dodge Caravan or something. No, not oh, what was that? It wasn't a Dodge Caravan. What was that car called? 2004 Dodge minivan. Oh no, it was. Yeah, it was a 2000. I don't know if it's in 2004, but that model of 2004 Dodge Caravan, this thing, is on one of these bad boys. I was like, what am I looking at? God, that was funny. I don't know if I've ever seen actual spinner rims. Guy that ran the corner store by me had spinner rib hubcaps. Oh, maybe that's what I saw. I don't know. Something was spinning, that's for sure. In my mind, it's gonna be spinner rims. Yeah, that was so funny. I'm not gonna do this heroic, you know what? No. But also, how many of these do I have? I have 7, so that puts me at 1 or 2 more here will put me at 9, so I'll be at 364% experience. I am looking forward to leveling some alts. I don't know when, though. So I'm still kind of working on this Linux stuff, so I don't know. Have I done all the raids? Have I done? I remember being in Trial of Valor, but I don't remember doing Trial of Valor. Yeah. Tomb. Kind of talk my way through all those. Yeah, I guess I'm done. Sick. I live in Eastern Canada where we get lots of snow, which means lots of road salt, which I guess isn't great for the crop. True. But see, that's why when you put your winters on, you just have regular rims, and then when the spring comes around, get your spinners back on. Let's just do 200 of these bad boys. I'm going to refresh that. I guess pick these up for tomorrow or the next day or whatever I do the next time. Okay, I have so much rep to hand in. I want to go hand in all this stuff because it really annoys me to have all this stuff. Actually, before I do that, let me loot all this. I'll have some more rep items, and I may as well just see if I can get 2 Paragon chests in one. Yeah, but the next alts I should level are going to just be so fast. I'm probably just going to focus on doing the campaign with them, not even jump in any raids or dungeons or anything like that, just because that's kind of what I'm wanting to do, is get the achievements to finish those campaigns. So being able to focus on those would be nice. And I would definitely get to 80 before I'm close to finishing the campaign. Just to be sure I didn't mistakenly replace something again. Cool. Also, when I bought all the remaining stuff I had from Antorus, from the vendors and all the mounts and stuff, I went from like 1.1 million bronze to like 200k. I thought, oh my god, that kind of made me nervous. But now I'm back up to the 600, almost 700k. So, which is so annoying. I wish they would do something with this. Like, whenever a remix is done, or when you transfer these characters to retail, I wish they would just convert to currency. Like, I'm not saying make it gold, then make it 1 copper for every bronze. Or like, I don't know, something like that. Like, just think very basic. So that way, just, like, I earned this. You know, it's not hard to get, but like, 1 copper, like, what do I get? 10 gold out of that? Hey, you know, not crazy, but 10 more golds. Kind of nice. Dude, yeah, if I had been playing WoW this entire week, or I guess on Saturday, I probably would have been $9.99 by now. Sick. Well, the next week or so, week and a half maybe, I should be $9.99. So I'll do that achievement, which I did not think, that achievement to get max power, I did not think I was going to get that, but alas, I will. But I just have to, I don't know if you have to run that or get that and do a 49 key, but I'll make sure I do that as well because I want that feat of strength. Which, I mean, at this point, I don't know why I'm bothering with that, but whatever, more bronze. Let me get all this. This stack of 5 for some reason? Okay. $150 bad boys, holy. Oh, let me see here. Do I have Armies of the Knights of the Legion? Is that Legion Ball? Yes. So I have that. Are any of these Argusian? No. Army of the Light. I don't think any of these are. Court of Ferondus. I can use these right now. I will definitely get Paragoned up with those. Really? Missing 250, cringe. That's one Paragon, and then I can just do this really quick. Yeah, almost Paragoned up again. Nightfallen, we are Paragons. I will get another Paragon with them. Wardens. Do I have one for the Wardens? I do right here. We're all done with that. Cool. Stormheim, I'm pretty sure I've got, yeah. High Mountain is now Paragons. Nice. Okay, let's go put all this into here. And this here. And that's sold off. Cool. And that's sold. Alright, where am I going first? I need to go probably Court of Ferrandis. I don't have Wardens. Not yet. Close, though. I wish I did, just to get them over with, but whatever. I'll probably go through all of these hand-ins, and then I'll probably go do some broken... not Broken Isles. Argus. What did you end up using? If you're talking about my... what's it called? Linux distro? CashEOS is what I went with. You can't really see it, but look at the taskbar. Ooh, 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 taskbar, ooh. I'm going. How is that? Linux. Hello? I'm off of that Windows environment, dude. Alright, that's done. Wait, do I have more? No. Power with it. I'm just going to hand this in because it's a question mark that's annoying me on the thing. Talking about my computer, I got an MSI motherboard. I got a 9800 XD AMD processor. RAM, I got 32 gigs of G-Skill. DDR5, 6000, whatever megahertz. CL28. And then friggin' this thing. Cooler, I got an Arctic Liquid Freezer 3 Pro RGB, something like that. Graphics card, I got an Asus, what was it? I do console. I got an Asus AMD Radeon RX 9070 XT. You're forgetting what that one is. And then friggin' the Vertex Seasonic 1000 watt power supply that I have to put in after stream. RAM must have been a pretty penny. Yeah, it's like 500. No, actually after tax it's like 600 bucks. Awesome. And I wanted to get, like I was saying earlier, I wanted to get the, I wanted 1,000 gigs, I wish. I wanted to get 64 gigs at least. But it was like starting point 1,000. I was like, oh, okay, so no. Maybe that'll be a one-day upgrade. Cool. Pretty much, yeah, so. Do the conversions and yiko. And they're only gonna, I was talking to the guy at the counter too. I was like, talking to him about RAM prices. Like, bro, it's at this point it's a meme for us. Like every morning we check the RAM price, and it seems like it goes up a lot every single day. So there's at this point there's no better time to buy RAM than right now, because you come back next week, even still on Black Friday, you might be paying like $100 more. I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Love that for everyone involved. So, yeah. I don't know, maybe one day, possibly, if AI breaks and RAM isn't so expensive, I can maybe get 64 gigs, but for now, is what it is. At least I got RGB, though. It was RGB RAM, which I skimped out on the last time I made a computer, so very happy I don't not have RGB now. I can't wait for the for this POS bubble to burst. If ever. I think I fricked up. Dreamweavers. Oh my god. Please, this. Yeah, I fricked up. No, maybe not. Hang on. Yeah, I fricked up. Why do I do this to myself? Go back to Valshara. Yeah, I don't know when, if possibly it will burst, but I don't need this add-on. But it'd be nice if, you know, computer stuff wasn't completely insane for pricing. Like I remember, dude, I remember buying a processor. I remember how long ago this was now, but it was like 300 bucks. And I was like, man, I'm kind of spending a lot of money on this processor. And now it's like, I don't even know if you can get a processor for 300 bucks unless it's after, like, unless it's like an old processor off eBay or something. We used to have this weird time in Canada around the beginning of April when all the electronic prices would spike because government places were buying it to use for their funding. That doesn't surprise me. Now the governments are going to use it to fund the AI projects. Same with all the actual tech companies. Fun times. Fun, 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 fun. Also, I hadn't considered it, but I've been seeing more people mention this, but I guess with the amount of power that AI uses, people's power bills are going up. So I'm like, oh yeah, cool, just pass the cost off to pass the cost off to us plebeians while the multi-billionaire companies just don't. Cool. No, that's for sure. Got tax incentives too to do that, and we just gotta bite the bullet. Like, all right, well, I guess I'll go from paying, you know, I don't know, 50 bucks for electricity to 150. No big deal. Hope you guys and your AI works out. Thanks. If they didn't use all their funding, the overlords would look at it and say, you can do your job with less. So they just bought up all this stuff, which is so stupid. I hate so much that that's a thing. Like, here's all your funding. Oh, you didn't use it all? Okay, well, you're never getting that funding again. Okay. I don't know if I already talked about this on stream, but one of the, like a few weeks ago now, I was just thinking about like this perfect world where people actually cared about each other and like everyone, not just some people. Like how weird that would be. Like, I was just thinking of like, you have a job because you actually like it. So like butchers, for example, like that they find enjoyment in that there's something interesting to them about that. They enjoy feeding their communities with meat. And it's like, okay, so, you know, they have all these animals, they have all this meat, and like we barter, or they just give it to you. Like, all right, here's meat. I need meat. Here you go. Here's the meat you need. And ideally there would be no greedy people. It's like, oh, I want all your meat and I'm going to give it away to barter for stuff. It's like, I need like 2 steaks for tonight. Can I have 2 steaks? Yeah, here you go. Cool. And you walk out. Because they know, like, if wherever you go, you might work at a library, or you might work in IT, or you might work at as a mechanic. And it's like, they might be getting service from you one day. And it's like, okay, I'm going to fix your car for free because I like cars and I know how to fix them. So it's not a big deal for me. Here you go. And I was just thinking of a world like that where people actually cared, you know? And governments were like designed to actually help people. Help all people, not just help companies mostly. And I got so depressed. Oh, I had to stop thinking about that because I was getting so depressed. Like, man, that's crazy how that's a world that no one is ever going to understand. Because greedy people exist. And they will always find a way to not let that happen. My mother was an accountant for like 40 years, left her job. Exactly. I just, like, people, like there's no, like, for rents, like, people, people or construction workers build houses because they like doing that. They like building for their communities. They like building houses. They like the manual labor, whatever that's involved with that. Like, they get enjoyment out of that. And then, like, you just live somewhere for free. Like, someone, like, owns a property, but it's like, hey, I need an apartment. You got any free? Yeah. Here, or you got any available? Yeah. Here you go. Cool. And that's it. There's no, like, there might be like a, you know, some sort of way that you, like, kind of vet people, but there's no cost involved. It's like, we give you electricity because we're people. We need electricity to live, so here's electricity. You need water to live, so here's water to live. It's just such a weird concept to think about. There's more. I knew there was more. Armies of the... Let's use that right now. Am I gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna. Too much talking. Free is good, but most people use this for their own business. Yeah. What I'm saying though, like, imagine if like that wasn't... Like people were... Like in addition to like the free stuff, people were also not selfish. So like I said, like if you're going to a butcher, you're not like, oh, give me 100 pieces of your meat because it's free. It's like, I need like a couple steaks, I have a party going on, and then can I get like enough meat to last me a couple weeks? Or if like you go to Walmart, you're like, I just need like a couple new shirts. You're not going to grab all the shirts off the shelf because you can. What you're talking about sounds a lot like universal basic income. Do it. Do it. But also not, because like that would still require money. I'm talking like money doesn't, is essentially money in this perfect world that I'm thinking of, money doesn't exist. At best we barter. But even that is not like a concept we have. We just do stuff for our community. We're just nice to each other for the sake of being nice to each other. Or like even in an alternate universe, imagine like if the millionaires and the billionaires actually like, I'm not saying like put a cap on how much money you can own, because if you've made that money, sure, yeah, go for it. But like at the same time, like I feel like if you're that rich, people being poor shouldn't exist. You know? Like people struggling to buy groceries and pay for rent, that shouldn't exist. Because one dude having billions of dollars, I mean, cool. Do you need that much now? Like if you have $2 billion, you think you can survive with just 1 billion? Is 1 billion going to cover it for you? Like all your expenses and all the things you want to work on? Like, you think 1 billion is good enough? You think you can just give that 1 billion away to literally everyone? Yeah, okay. You can get all the meat you need if you've never watched Bambi and don't like your cars. That's funny. Money is just paper for people who want money for their own sickness. I agree. Well, I mean, I don't know if I agree, because I mean, you need money to live. Like, I much more value time than I value money, but I can't pay rent with time. I can't fix my car by giving them time, right? So, kind of need money, but I definitely think money overall is a weird sickness people have. Like, they're obsessed with having as much as possible. Like I was saying earlier, like, you think 1 billion will do it instead of the 2 billion? You think instead of having 500 million net worth, maybe like 400 million, like, is that going to be okay? Like, you think you're going to be okay with 400 million? Even if you could, you'd rather pay? With what? Because you value your time so much to give it... Because you value your time so much to give it away? Like, there's things I would... If I could pay with time, I would. Things that are just, like, tedious to do. Sure. That's what you mean. If you could pay rent with bills and time? I know. Because that would suck. Having to pay for basic living stuff by giving away time. Like, I finish work, and even though I have like 6 hours after work, I'm like, there's not enough time. Having less of that because I have to pay for rent? Hell no. My biggest problem is people don't value my lap dances as much as I do. I mean, I think that's like... I think that's an issue with like your lap dances. Like, there's clearly something you're doing wrong. So, I don't know. Send me a video. I'll tell you what you're doing wrong. I'll send you a Dropbox link, and we'll figure it out together. I've been told I got the moves like Jagger, so I'm sure I can help you out. That's my point. Dude, I don't know. Sometimes in chat, things get lost in translation. The best is not thinking about money as like wanting more. The best is I'm okay with living the rest of my life. Is up to you, money. Do not happiness or love. I think I, for the most part, think that way. Like, I definitely think having more money would just make it so that, like, there's less worries, I guess, and more things I wouldn't feel bad about spending money on, but overall, I think I'm in a good place right now. So, I'm not necessarily worried about money. I don't have this, Arcane Gorger. But at the same time, like, if I got fired or lost my job, like, I'm suddenly panicking about money. It'd be nice to be at a point where it's like, I can get fired and, like, not be too stressed out about it. What was it called? Oh, yeah, that's right here. Corgi Pup, Charizard, and Bone Biter, sure. Where were you? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There. Yeah, I guess I don't have this one. All right, well. Do I don't know. Time is weird. I've been on disability for like 17 years, and the first thing I tell people who get in my situation is get a hobby, or all the time will drive you insane. Oh yeah, definitely. If you have nothing to spend your time on, rip. You're gonna be the most bored person in the world. But like I always think back to I think it was 20, I don't know, a while ago I got laid off of work, and then like that year I spent just like waiting to go to school in the fall, and I had nothing but time. I had no job, nothing. I was just waiting for school to start. I loved it. It was the best time of my life. Or like the month and a half or whatever I had on vacation in like 2023 from work. Oh my god, just so good. Like eventually you get bored of gaming all day every day. It's like you have to find other stuff to do, and that's when like you can do other stuff, or at least I could do other stuff, or did other stuff. And even nowadays, like WoW's pretty much the only thing I play. Even that, like lately, I've been playing a whole lot just because I've been like in the whole privacy Linux stuff. So, but yeah, like having that time. Like imagine if I'm going to work for 40 hours a week, I got to do whatever else I wanted with that 40 hours. Oh my god, the amount of I've spent so much of my life thinking about this. It's insane. Money can't buy you love. Oh. Who needs to buy it when I can get it for free? But if you need more money, you can always buy. I know. You'd be okay without a job. I can get you on street beefs, make some quick cash. I have some beef with street beefs, so me and them go back and then just. That's all I'll say. I don't want to get the whole thing. I don't want to get clipped onto what's it Reddit called? Stream clips, Twitch clips. Well, I haven't seen your message. I don't know if you're still here, Sec. I didn't see your message, but you're probably going to get a 9070 XT. Do it. Join the AMD club. And then go to Linux, because it's better on Linux. So far, so good. No issues. Again, I haven't played anything major, though, so I don't know how it'll run with, like, an actual game. So I have to find I don't know what I have in my Steam library that is new. Honestly, I was kind of thinking, hold on, I wonder, can I go store.steampowered.com? I doubt it, but Borderlands 4 at 20% off for $70. Man, nothing in the world is free anymore. I guess that's true. Everyone wants something, or a lot of, I don't know. Maybe like goods and services, but I feel like this is gonna be so stupid, but like kindness is free. Sometimes you can just like do something for somebody and be kind. But like some people, like the people on YouTube that are like, they'll go to like old people's houses or like disabled people's houses, and they'll those videos on YouTube where like they cut their lawn because it's like so overgrown, they do it for free. Like I mean, how free is it really if they're getting content out of it and they're making money off that content? But like that person is still getting a free service, and like they're generally not shown on the video. So there's some stuff that's still free, just not a lot. Because people like money, 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 money. I can hire you for show off my driveway. Yeah, no, I did that for enough time. I don't ever want to do that again if I don't have to. That sucked. Ugh, the worst is like when it's super snowy, so like you finished shoveling the driveway and then you have to just shovel the driveway again because there's so much snow already. Like, oh, okay, cool. I just wasted an hour of my life and then another 20 minutes here to do it again. Ugh, drove me crazy.
I had hoped that would work. The lights are on, but no one is... I am going to need your help. Just a little bit, won't you?
That's a little bit, won't you? I will.
I am required to
Oh no.
exile Emira. Why have you returned?
We need to...
Conservatory resources are not available to one of your status.
Of all people to be the gatekeeper. Perhaps you had better do the talking.
Probably not. Hang on, let me call the mechanic back because I don't think I can pick up the car now. So I'll be right back. All right, cool. We're gonna pick it up tomorrow morning. Pumped for Survivor Series? It's not really. Honestly, I don't really like board games. It's I just hate how it's just like every year it's like, oh, suddenly we're all together. We got to join as a team to fight these people. Like, in what world would CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns be on the same team again?
To inform you that the master created trials
I just don't like it. Like the whole women's stuff. I mean, like, maybe a little bit more story there. I don't like. I hate tag team matches for the most part, but like especially war games. So not really. I don't know what else on the card. I haven't watched Raw yet, so I don't know if anything happens. But I'm definitely more intrigued in the men's match after Brock got added. That was kind of a cool addition. I think they'll be good matches, but like it's not really my thing. So yeah, I don't know what else is on there. I'd rather just have like a regular 1v1 title match type of stuff and some actual storyline stuff. And considering this is like the last pay-per-view, well, I guess there's Saturday night's main event for Cena's thing, which is, I guess, you know, given the significance, is kind of like a pseudo pay-per-view, but not really, you know. So considering this the last pay-per-view until the Royal Rumble in probably like mid to late January, kind of sucks. But it feels like it's been forever, because the last, was it WrestlePalooza? What was it? The last pay-per-view they did was like 8 a.m., so me and the fam didn't get together to watch that. So the last time we watched something was in September, whatever the one September, I think September was WrestlePalooza. Whatever they had before, in October we didn't watch. So I'm excited to like see everybody again and hang out with everybody and watch wrestling. I got my yearly like howdy face though, because I'm not gonna see them again until, or at least to watch wrestling. I mean, I'll see them, but won't be able to like sit down and just chill and watch wrestling until January, which sucks. Which is funny because like when there's like a pay-per-view every 2 weeks for a bit, I'm just like, oh my god, this is so much. But now I don't see them for a couple months. I'm like, I miss you. I think Seth's shoulder exploding messed it up a lot. Yeah, that definitely pushed up whatever plans they had. That's for sure. Wish it was more traditional Survivor Series matches. Let me, because War Games is the the cages, right? And they come in. Oh, they come in from the cages every like what? Yeah, true. Which one do I like more? Honestly, if I had to pick, I think I'd like the War Games more than Survivor Series, just because like the regular Survivor Series is more like a traditional tag match with like six, I don't know, 6 people in it. I'm just like, oh Jesus. Whereas this kind of slowly starts as a 1v1, or is it 1v1? Yeah, it starts as a 1v1 and then slowly more interesting. Overall, I'm not the biggest fan, but what else is on that show though? Is there? I mean, it has to be, right? Well, like if our complete trial, whatever. Because we've got both champions in that match. We've got women. I mean, Chelsea Green isn't going to do anything because why would they ever have the women's championship defended on pay-per-view? Where am I going for this? The Intercontinental is held by... Is that Ilya? Who has the men's U.S. title? Oh no, that's Ilya. Who has the Intercon? Oh, Cena. Right. And Cena's doing. Did I just skip all that? I think I yelled at that. Nice.
Try not to let the beams touch you. I imagine mind the stairs.
Huh? Why does this guy sound like the? Oh, okay, cool. He sounds like that one dude, Voldemort, from Harry Potter, the emo guy. NXT PLE. I haven't watched. I always go through phases of I will watch everything ever produced, and then suddenly I'm just like back to just watching Raw and SmackDown. So right now that's where I'm at right now. Just watching Raw and SmackDown. But if I hear, I mean, NXT is usually pretty good, so it'll probably be a good show. Oh good.
Oh, you made it. Wonderful. Fine. This trial is complete. Merely because I seem to have run out of space.
But I have to watch. I've only watched like 20 minutes of SmackDown or of Raw. I think I watched the intro with Punk, Cody, and Roman, and then I saw the start of a backstage with Paul Heyman and Drew McIntyre. So I have to probably gonna watch that, and then do the power supply. So I don't know if I'll finish it, but I should be done before the weekend, of course, because gotta be all caught up to be doing my guesses. Oh, excuse me. What does it smell like? Like a freshly brewed hot coffee. What do you want me to do with this? What is the deal here? Receiving blessing. Oh, you want me to make purple? Is that what you want me to do? Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Can I dismiss? Start over, or... Okay, so if I go red, right? Okay, I've made green somehow. Sure. And now I need... Okay. Now I need... What was that, purple? Probably blue and red? Oh, and orange? Okay. Wait, can I have two? Orange is red and yellow. I misclick red and yellow. Purple. Chief. I'm a little confused. This is purple. Okay. Oh, wait, do I have to get both of them like separately? So let's just do this. So I go red and yellow gives me orange. And then red, but I get another one here. But this and this give me green somehow. I don't know how that's possible. Why is it giving me green? Uh-huh. Blue. And red. Purple. Right? Not just, I mean, right? Can I? Nope, okay. So then this, hold on. I have blue, red, and orange. I want, or blue, red, and yellow. So why don't I try red again? That gives me green. What are you talking about? Okay, so let me go to Wowhead. Wowhead, Gatekeepers, Challenge, Cunning. Combine blue and yellow. What do I have left? I have the Fragment of Writ. Combine red and yellow to open red, yellow, red. Okay, stop. Red, yellow, red, yellow. What? Blue. How about this? Can I use blue? I have yellow right now. So now I want red. That gives me orange. Why is it purple then? What the heck is that about?
I must, per the rules, acknowledge your success. Congratulations.
Whatever.
State your rules are rules.
Defeat Archimondi and retrieve the Sigil of Awakening. Archimondi, where are you at, Archimondi? Archimondi. I remember, I think it was during Tomb of Sargeras. I thought, for some reason, I always pronounced Sargeras as Sargeras. So when I made the video, the TLDR guide for that, dude, all I remember is comments like, it's Sargeras. Who pronounces Sargeras? Which, I mean, fair. But the people were not happy with my pronunciation of Sargeras. So now I pronounce it Sargeras and Archimondi. Because that's funny to me. Where could my baby be?
You found it. Such power. I can feel it from here.
I can feel it from here.
Bring it to me, quickly.
I'm coming.
Established a safe perimeter below.
Yell at me. Archmage Ymera. More like yammering.
Weapon
on and on. Return to the Vindicar and secure the Sigil of Awakening. Dude, I don't think I've even done one chapter of this questline. Zones, Argus. Oh, one. I have done one. I lied straight to your face right there. Not even sorry about it. I should probably go do those invasions, eh? Because I have achievements related to them. Where could my baby be? Secure a footing. You got it, buddy. Also, with all these changes in computers and Linux and all that, sorry, I haven't watched something since Saturday. So, didn't watch any movies this past weekend. I started watching The Last of Us last week. And had I watched one episode every day like I normally did, I would have been done by yesterday. But I've only watched the first episode, season 2, if that is. Which I'm so confused. I have to like watch like a recap or something because I don't remember why things are the way they are. So, no spoilers, no spoilers, no spoilers. But yeah, I was watching it like, well, how do we get here again? And why is this happening? Saw 5 movies last week. Predator. How is Predator? Now, wait, hold on. Now You See Me 3, The Running Man, Nuremberg. I don't know about the last one, but how are the first 4? Because those are all movies I want to see. I think I heard not great things about... Ooh, nice. I think I heard not great things about Predator, so a little disappointing. Defeat 5 lesser... Breaking the Legion 3. Defeat the lesser vision... Oh, I thought this was the complete 5. I was like, why is this like 5 invasions and this was to complete all of these bosses? Like, why is it different? Also, this one has a freaking thing to do all the rares. I have to like AFK farm that. Oh boy. Also, what is a greater invasion point? I don't know. I don't know what that is and how often it happens. I've only defeated 44 enemies. Why does it feel like I've done so many more? I don't know. Also, nice thing, I don't know, nice thing or annoying thing maybe with Kashi is that like my microphone is so much louder. So like when I first plugged it in, I was testing it yesterday, dude, I was like blowing out my eardrums. So I'd like reduce, even with all my filters and stuff, like I was whispering like this into the thing and it was like blowing it out. I was like, oh my God. And there was no like boost or anything. It was just a normal 100% mic volume. So I had to turn that down. I was like, what the hell is this? Either what is wrong with Windows or what is Linux doing that's different? I've only seen the first Predator, but it was pretty good and easy to follow. Now You See Me was good if you've seen the others. Running Man was okay, but not as good as the 80s one. Yeah, I figured that one was not going to be as good. Kind of surprised they redid it. I already know there's going to be some changes or things that are happening. I'm like, oh, of course. That's a 2025 movie for you. First, I don't know how many Predators have I seen. Weird way to phrase that question. Oh, Aliens, what I've seen. I think have I even seen Alien vs Predator? I don't know if I have. No, oh yeah, I did see the first one. That's the one with Schwarzenegger, right? Yeah, I did see that one. Right? Yeah. Okay. Alright, so we're saying it's pretty good. You should follow them. Now You See Me. I haven't seen any of the other ones, but I do want to see them. They all look interesting. And then yeah, I've never heard of Nuremberg or I thought Nuremberg and Christie was one movie, but I've heard of neither of those two. Oh wait, what is this here? Thank you. Oh where could my baby be? Why is this out of my face so itchy? It's like I can't even get the right itch. It's like underneath my jaw or my cheekbone. Nuremberg was about World War II. Nuremberg trials of the Nazis. Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard that at all. Anyone like popular in it, or is it just like a smaller movie? Rami Malek, Russell Crowe. Maybe I have heard of it then. I think maybe I saw a trailer or something. So I remember seeing something with Rami, or seeing a trailer recently with Rami in it. Oh, sorry. I guess it's yawn time. I was gonna go see Knives Out 3 this week, but probably out because of my foot exploding. That's unfortunate. Well, you can sit in a movie theater. Come on. I'm surprised they didn't give you crutches or something. It just sounds very uncomfortable to have to walk in. Not sure what I'm still stuck in combat with. Thank you. Events, Argus. This I have no idea how to do that yet. Elusifos 25. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. Only 18 more to go. Sitting isn't the problem, getting to the theater is. I've got buses, you're fine. Tough it out. If you can build a computer without any of those crystals, you can hobble your way down to the movie theater. Is it really the only one? Oh, okay, cringe. I guess so. I don't know why that whole music stuck in my head. Oh god. Sorry, I don't know what is going on right now. Blistermaw? I don't think I've done Blistermaw. Looks like I'm gonna though. Let's use them all. Just some Star Wars music. Amazing. Love it. In here? No. It is. And I can like talk low like this now, and you can still hear me. Whereas before, if I talk this low, you wouldn't be able to hear my windows. Isn't that great? I could mutter under my breath and everything. Please, thank you. Are these guys gonna de-aggro if I go too far? Is this an instance or is this just regular gameplay? I don't know. Looks like regular gameplay, I think. This one because he has the arrow. I said they do like 250 or whatever of these types of mobs, which I think I'd like to start farming mobs to get the this achievement done, the empowered enemies, because I don't do enough world content to get them naturally. I don't think. I mean, I'll finish off all the quests here, but once I'm done, I don't do world tier on my alts at all. So. Gonna be my only option. Right, I think I should have enough for one of these. Yeah, nice. 8, boy. 885, not bad, not bad at all. Okay, so now I have to go back so far to get anywhere. I have to go back to the Vindicar. You think once they're done with the Vindicar, just because, you know, there's so many people in there, they're just going to get a Vindivan? Nice. Wow, that almost killed me a lot. Oh my god, looks so sick. I will say the one thing I love about... I talk about this in my monthly video. Argus in the sky and like Dalaran and stuff, but seeing Azeroth here, jeez. How could you not? And recoup here. Big red stuff out of my face. Just so gorge. I'll learn... Oh, Matrix. I remember. Oh my god, do I remember that? Do I remember how it all worked? No. But I remember they're like underneath your that thing they upgraded your something or other. Enter an invasion point and defeat a legion. I just did. And like there were like 3-hour resets. Oh, greater invasion. Actually, hell yeah. Over here. Does that spawn because I cleared the 3? Or is that just like fortuitous timing here? So why does this guy have power of him? Some sort of undercover demon? Huh? Oh. I was just in the wrong spot. The wrong X on the map. Oh, be slow, be slow, be slow, be slow. I can't believe I actually made that. Wow. No one else here? Cool. We're doing it then. Oh, easy, dude. I guess these all have their own individual. Interesting. That didn't... Oh, it has to be a lesser invasion. Even more cringe. That means I can't do that quest for at least 5 hours. So until tomorrow, wow. That's diabolical, as someone I know would say. Okay. Well. Love that for me. All this stuff. Okay. Can't do a lot of moving. Slowly made my way back. Nice. Okay. So go back here. There's 2 quests I had to hand in. Armies, that's what it is. Gotcha. Is it? I don't think so. Oh, I had a thing for greater invasion. Ah. Salmon fried spring roll. Invasion onslaught. Complete 3 standard invasion ones. Yeah, sure. Guess I will now. Speak with whoever to open I don't need to do that, right? Meow. My elbow's itchy. Okay, let's scrap all this in garbanzo beans. 9. All right, that's good. And then I guess I have to go to somewhere I can mount to sell all this stuff. Man, what is this again? Activating. Allows a, well, use of that versus selecting allows Shroud of Arc's invisibility while, sure. Why not? Okay, so the yak is gonna yak all that. Yak attack. Still need another 41 enemies. That's fine. Do all that tomorrow. I think I might end it here. I know it's a little... Oh, I guess it started like a half hour sooner, but... Probably end it here. I'm gonna go... eat and do some stuff and then work on other stuff. I should be back next week. Ooh, actually, hold on. Because I got some appointments coming up. I just want to make sure I'm not lying to you here. No. Just Squirt Day is Wednesday. That's the only thing in my calendar, which is legitimately in my calendar. Every 15 days I get an alert for Squirt Day. So I'm going to go do that. I'll be back next week. You might see me doing some more test streams, maybe, depending on what I want to fix. But we'll see how it looks. Thanks all for tuning in. The first Linux stream done, over with. The first WoW on the new computer. So hopefully next week we'll have no crashes. New power supply should be in by then, so I'll look into some LED strips or something. But anyway, the stream for my birthday. Ooh. I'll try to remember that. And wish you a happy birthday in advance. But thank you again, everyone, for tuning in and all that. I will talk at you next week. New video came out yesterday on the WoW channel, so make sure to check that out. Love you lots. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. If it's snowing where you are, be safe. Love you. Bye.